Welcome back, everybody. This video is on FL04, which is recording a sound with a microphone. We talked about condenser microphones and phantom power, a little bit about XLR cables and what the audio interface does in order to create analog to digital conversion with any sound that it comes in contact with. Right now we're going to show how you can use the FL mixer to record a sound. That said, let's get into it. Alright, so I opened a project here. I'm going to show you with just a base project, new from template, minimal, just so that way you can see without all this extra stuff here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an empty mixer track on my mixer. And I'm going to rename this mixer track right here. I'm going to right click on it and go to rename, or I can press F2. And I'm going to call it REC for recording. I'll even put REC1 so I know that it's my one port. If you click over here on the side here, you can change what color it is. I want to make it bright red so I can easily spot it. There we go. I'm going to press the check mark, and now I can see that this is my recording mixer channel. What I'm going to do with this recording mixer channel, I'm going to go over here on the right hand side, and above my effects slots, I have my input slot right here. If I click on that, I can choose which slots from my audio interface I want to import into this channel. The in1 is going to be your left port on your audio interface, and in2 is the right port on your audio interface. So I'm going to pick in1 right here, and I'm probably going to have to turn down my sound pretty quickly because it's going to feed back with my speakers. Alright, there we go. Alright, so right now my microphone has been activated, and you can see right here the signal that it's getting in. If I have this channel unmuted, that means it's going to play whatever is in my microphone directly through my speakers as I record. So if you have this set up, you should be able to hear your own voice in the microphone or in your speakers as you talk after you've set what your input is. Go ahead and try it out. If you don't want to hear your own voice and what it's going to sound like, because it's a little bit delayed when you talk, the reason for that is there's a little bit of time that passes from the time that your microphone gets its signal, the electricity is sent down into your audio digital converter, and then it's processed in your computer and sent back. All that takes a little bit of time. How much time exactly? Well, that depends on your audio interface. If you go into options and you check out your audio settings, you're going to see right here where it says input output, there's something called a buffer length, which is shown right here. This tells you how fast it takes for it to do its processing. In this case, it's taking me 12 milliseconds to be able to have the whole thing happen. So there's a little bit of a delay, and that delay should be listed right here in your audio settings. It can be distracting for some people, so a lot of times when you record, you might want to just mute this channel. Otherwise, you hear yourself constantly. If you mute it by clicking this little green button right here, that's how you can mute it. All right. Now that I have the channel selected, I'm going to put an effects slot on here, and I'm going to choose Edison. Right here where it says slot 1, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to select the Edison plugin, which is right down here under miscellaneous. You choose Edison, and when you choose Edison, you'll see our friendly sound recorder Edison here, and you should see as you talk, you're going to see a little level over here. And as I talk, I can see how much level is going into my microphone. If you do not have a good signal, that is, if this bar isn't going over half of the bar, if you don't have over half of the bar showing, you want to move the little knob on your audio interface to adjust the gain of the channel that you have right now. So you might have to make it a little bit louder or a little bit softer. The little knob next to where you plug in your microphone on your interface, that adjusts the gain of your input, or how loud or how sensitive your microphone is. Your level shouldn't be like this, where it's way too loud, because otherwise it'll clip. Instead, we want it to go about maybe 80% of the bar is about what you should shoot for. You don't want it going up to 100, but you don't want it going down here and where it's only in the green. You want it to be up, kind of higher up. That said, to record, all I have to do is press this record button and then say something. Oh, there it is. It's recording. If I press stop, then it recorded that sound and that sound alone. And I can save a section of that sound or a sample by going to the disk right here and going Save Sample As. Where are we going to save it to? We're going to go to our, let me zoom in on this for you. We're going to save it to our Johansson folders. Under Class Folders, Digital Audio, Classwork, Samples, and FL4 Record a Sound. This is where you're going to save it to. If you can't save here directly due to permissions, you can save it to your music folder and then drag it here. So that's what I'm actually going to do right now. I'm going to save to my music folder here. I'm going to save it to a folder I created called Mix Samples here. I'm going to call it F McDowell FL04. I'm going to save it here. And now I'm going to go into my File Explorer, go to my music file, go to where I saved it. As you can see, here it is right here. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it into that section that I went to before, which is, if we go down to our Johansson folders, we want Class Folders, Digital Audio, Classwork, Samples, and Record a Sound right here. This is where we want to save it. So I'm just going to paste my sample that I created in here, and we're all set to go. After you do this, make sure that you create a screencast of you recording your sound and submit that to Schoology for full credit. This is worth 50 points. I hope you have a great time doing it. This is how you can record directly into Edison using a microphone. Remember, if you want to hear what is being recorded in your speakers, you can mute this channel. If you want to hear it, keep this unmuted, but if you don't want to hear it while you're recording, you can mute the channel and it will still record into Edison. After you do that, try playing around with some of the different sound effects that you can add to your microphone import. You could put on some delay or some distortion or whatever you want. Play around with the effects to hear how it sounds with the microphone. I hope you have fun with this. Sonic artists, enjoy yourselves. I'll talk to you again soon.